All right, what up, Who That Nation? This is No Cap, No Filter Saints. I'm your host, Marley G, back at y'all with another one. Late night edition tonight, man. We're going to talk some Saints football. We had lost to the Falcons 19-17, but the future is very bright, bro. Um, First and foremost, what I got to say about the game, as far as what I think about the game going into Atlanta, down our starting wide receivers, down our starting running backs, O line banged up. Like Tyler Shook just out there trying to make it work, doing the best that he can. Jawan Johnson, of course, he drops the first pass. You know that soon as he dropped that pass, I already knew like, okay, this is gonna be one of them up and down type of games, right, Chuddy? We ain't just about to go up in here and just roll over these dudes. Soon as he dropped that pass, I already knew what type of day it was. But that's just Jawan Johnson in a nutshell, bro. He got super highs, but he got super lows, and it's just inconsistent. But happy 2026, Jerry. Yeah, man. First video of 2026, right, Chuck, man. It's crazy. I hope everybody had a nice little holiday with the fam. I hope everybody, have a good year this year, man. 2026, big things to come as far as who that nations goes. And, as far as y'all go growing with me, man, I can only say, man, I appreciate everybody who be enjoying the show. But, as far as the game go, man, I think the defense did pretty well. Chase Young, he got his 10 sacks. Cam Jordan, he got his 10 sacks. Carl Granderson, just the best he's played in weeks. Um, I would have liked to have seen more turnovers, but for the most part, the defense did pretty much what they could do, because the offense, we weren't really having the ball a lot, especially in the first half. I thought the second half we was gonna come and pull out the win because we've been a second half team for the most part under Kellen Moore with Tyler Shuck, but it just ain't come, man. It was just we'll shoot ourselves in the foot. We'll take 2 steps forward, but we take 3 steps back. The touchdown that got called back from the Pittance flag. Uh, like I said, the drop for the big game from Jawan Johnson. It was just a whole lot of, you know, we moving the ball upfield, but we just can't score in the red zone or something else happen or just take away from a big play. But um, the running back estimate he was doing pretty well. I like what he was doing for the limited carries that he had. Tyler Shuck, he was showing the wheels that he got. Man, this dude looking real Joe Burrish to me. Like I heard all the comparisons, but from the statue he got, the way he be putting the ball in the bread basket, like his accuracy, if anything, has surprised me the most of this year. Like his accuracy, his toughness. A lot of people were saying, he do bad against a blitz. It's looking like he hanging in there. Like he'll be staring down the barrel of a sack and he'll make a play and the ball will be right in the bread basket from these receivers. And I'd just be amazed. I'd be like, damn, you know. Um, I think we got our guy, man. A lot of people say, shoot, even Drew Brees, when he came to the Saints, yeah, he had a lot of seasons under his belt already. But at the same time, he was 27, just like Tyler Shuck. Tyler Shuck, 26, he'll be 27 next year. And if we could get a good 9 years out of this guy, I think we got something going on. And the good thing about it going into the offseason, we got a foundation. We ain't got to look for no defensive coordinator. We ain't got to look for no head coach. We ain't got to look for no quarterback. We ain't got to look for no left tackle. We ain't got to look for no right tackle. We got all that already solidified. So the good thing about it, we could just go into this off season and all we got to do is worry about getting playmakers. All we got to do is worry about getting linemen. Um, and to me, at the number 8 spot, that's very well good for what we need, because all the teams in front of us, they're going to need quarterbacks, they're going to need left tackles, they're going to need, you know, pretty much quarterbacks and left tackles. So we're going to be damn sure in the running for a good playmaker. Yeah, they're going to get receivers before us. Yeah, they might, take a pass rusher before us. But as far as, a running back, right up our alley. The second best wide receiver, right up our alley. I don't think we're gonna worry about no tight end in the first round. Um, I don't think we're gonna worry about no defensive tackle in the first round. Maybe the second or third best pass rusher, right up our alley. Like we're gonna be in a very, very good position, man. We're gonna be in a very good position. Um, as far as the veterans that's gonna be leaving, everybody be wanting the veterans to just leave all at one time. But me, I think it'll be good for all of them to roll out like one by one or two by two a year. You don't want everybody to go because if all these veterans leave, it'll just bring down the morale, within a tough times. You're gonna need that veteran presence, that veteran leadership, that professional uh older guy in the locker room to steer these youngins. And that's one thing I think attributed to Chase Young having this type of resurgence he's having because the guys like Demario, the guys like Cam, show him how to be a professional on the defense, show him how to be a leader, show him how to be carry himself like a man instead of a young man, like how he came into the league. And I think he genuinely happy in New Orleans. Like Chase Young always struck me as the type of guy that he was just physically gifted, but he didn't really just, care about football too much. He was just getting his money with them contracts. And, if he get hurt, oh, he ain't tripping. Oh, if he ain't hit his numbers, oh, he ain't tripping. He made it to the league. He did what he wanted to do. He always struck me as that type of guy. But ever since he's been in New Orleans, I genuinely think he like it here. Like some people, they don't really need the big cities. They don't really need to be in LA. They don't really need to be in New York. They don't really need to be in the big cities. They cool with being in a nice city like New Orleans, low key, it's small, but it ain't really got a lot to do compared to the big cities and the big markets. But some people cool with that, like a Herb Jones. He cool with that. I think Michael Thomas liked it in New Orleans. Alvin Kamara liked it in New Orleans. Cam Jordan, DeMario, like a lot of these people, they fine with that. They don't really need no big market to be satisfied, you know. And sure, maybe Chase Young, he's just like that as well. And I think he found the home. And I'm glad that we gave him that extension. I was wrong about him. I thought and not he still got to stay healthy. Like even though he did, 10 sacks in 12 games, he still got to stay healthy. I gotta see I gotta see consistency, So that's why I went being as opposed to getting a pass rusher at 8, because he still got to stay healthy. I want to see it for like multiple seasons. Carl Granderson, he's up and down. He's inconsistent. You can't really count on him. And Cam Jordan, he's getting up in age. Yes, he's about 36 and he just got 10 sacks. But how much longer can he do it? You gotta bring in another pass rusher so we could just be getting to these quarterbacks with ease. If we want to make a deep playoff run, you got to have 3 things: a good quarterback play. You got to be able to protect the quarterback, and you gotta be able to get to the quarterback. So, I wouldn't be as opposed to getting another pass rusher. But we lost to the Falcons, man. It's bittersweet. The good thing about it is the Bucks don't go to the playoffs. So they're gonna be right on that couch with us. Another good thing about it is we don't lose draft position. So we don't be at 8. So that's gonna be a damn good thing, because I think the Chiefs and another team right behind us, and those are the type of teams, they'll get somebody that we damn sure will probably need our damn self. I don't want Love going to the Chiefs, so we probably could be the team that could stop that from happening, because damn sure we do not leave that boy Love going to the Chiefs. Now, well, as far as the division go with the Falcons, we got to worry about Clint Kubiak. He might be getting that interview once he get about these playoffs. Whether he went to Super Bowl or whether they get knocked out, we got to worry about Clint Kubiak. A lot of people are kind of low on Clint Kubiak after the year we had him, but I think he was still a pretty good, offensive coordinator. Me personally, if we would have just fired Dennis Allen and let Clint Kubiak be the head coach, I wouldn't have been tripping. He seemed a little bit quiet, but now that I'm thinking about it, just like Kellen, seemed a little bit quiet, seeming like a little bit of a soft coach. But what gives me hope for Kellen is a coach like Liam Cohen. You know, he came to the Jaguars and turned that franchise around. And I thought he was that same type of soft type of coach. But as long as you got a good playbook and as long as your offense could buy into it and y'all making plays out there, it ain't really gonna matter. You know, you ain't gotta everybody ain't gonna be a Dan Campbell. Everybody ain't gonna be a Sean Payton with a bravado type of masculine demeanor about themselves or a petty demeanor about themselves or some type of dictator. As long as you could be able to, lead men in your own way and especially call good plays, that's gonna be all that matter at the end of the day. And as long as the players like you, the players got to like you, you know. Um, Other than that, man, I think we've got a good foundation going on. I'm very excited. High on Brandon Staley, but now he sold me. I'm very comfortable with him being the defensive coordinator. All the guys are buying into his system. And sometimes, but you just got to get patient. You got to be patient with these things to unfold. Yeah, we be mad when things not working out early on, and we be starting to question things. But sometimes this stuff ain't gonna just happen overnight. These players got to get used to the new playbook. Especially when they've been doing another playbook for years, and they've been having these type of habits for years, and now they get teach the whole new philosophy. They get teach the whole new playbook. They got to learn this stuff. They got to gel. They got to feed off one another, and that take time, bro. And I'm very thankful that we got our head coach, our quarterback, and our defensive coordinator, and two tackles. Like we got a good foundation going on right around here. Now, Spence Rattler, I heard Chris Olave said that he deserved a chance to go start. And the reason why he's like he want to stay in New Orleans is because of Tyler Shuck. But I wouldn't mind seeing Spence Rattler go out there and go get a starting job somewhere. I would like to see him go get a starting job somewhere and go shine. Maybe whichever one of these teams don't get no quarterback in the draft, maybe they could get a Spence Rattler, or he could go to one of these teams that he could be a backup. And if his number get called, he go out there and go handle business. Maybe the Steelers pick him up. We're gonna have to see. Let me go ahead and read the comments. I'm gonna put the link in the comment section down below soon, so anybody could come up here. We got Randy in the building. What up, Randy? Happy New Year's to you. Of course, we got Jerry in the building. What up, Jerry? Happy New Year's to you. Got Young Nola. Happy New Year's to you, Young Nola. Young Nola says Tyler Shuck gonna be the best quarterback in the South. Hey man, I do think he definitely gonna be better than Bryce. We don't know who's the Falcons for sure franchise gonna be. I'm not sure if it's gonna be Michael Penix. They might go in a different direction. They might go get a Kyler Murray for the time being. If they get Kyler Murray and if they get Clint Kubiak, Kyler Murray, Clint Kubiak, Pitts, Bijan, Mooney, and Drake London, boy, that's gonna be a deadly combo right there. I don't know if they got a first round pick or not in this draft, but that's gonna be a deadly combo. I think they traded it though. I think they gave it to the Rams. I'm not sure. Yeah, but he still gotta show out. He's still gonna have to outdo Baker Mayfield. Like, don't get it twisted, boy. The Bucks, they was losing some games, but they had a lot of injuries that they lost. They had a lot of guys lost through injury. So I think Baker Mayfield's still that guy. Now they probably need to switch the head coach, but I think Baker Mayfield's still that guy. We could get more than 9 years out of him. I could see 15 or 20. 20 years. Come on now. We get him for 20 years, we probably doing something wrong. Greg Cajun says, who that, baby? We need a major upgrade at O-line. I think at O-line, I think we good with center, but we gotta just, we gotta think about Eric McCoy's health. Like these past couple of seasons, he's been going down. And when he go down, like we really see how much of a detriment that is. I think at tackle we good. Left guard, I think we need a major upgrade. I think we need a major upgrade at O-line. I think we good with center, but we gotta just, think about Eric McCoy's health. Like these past couple of seasons, he's been going down. And when he go down, like we really see how much of a detriment that is. I think at tackle we good. we probably a little decent, but right guard, I definitely think we need to replace Ruiz. Definitely want Ruiz up out of here. That's one guy I would not be happy. I would not be saying that he's leaving up out of New Orleans. Lester says, "Who that? Happy New Year." We making the playoffs next year. I think we can make the playoffs. They say we got the second easiest schedule on the for next years to come, but I definitely think that the schedule ain't that easy. You know, a lot of these teams they were bad for certain reasons, but next year I could see them having a bounce back year. We got to play the Packers. We got to play the Bears. Like we got to play some good teams next year. I believe Kellen Moore is gonna do very well with us this offseason for the draft. Yeah, man. Kellen Moore, Mickey Loomis. I'm very excited for this draft. Like this, the first draft we going into without having to worry about a tackle or a quarterback. Like think about that. Like a lot of times we be getting these tackles, but we already solidified that tackle. We already solidified that center. You ain't about to get no guard in the first round. We already got a quarterback. The only thing left for us to get is a playmaker, whether it's a safety, a pass rusher, a running back, a wide receiver. Now if they get a defensive tackle, I'm gonna be like, oh my god. You know, if they get a defensive tackle, hopefully it'd be somebody like an Aaron Donald, somebody that has Aaron Donald capability. But I haven't been hearing about nothing in this draft. Like a guy that could just stop the pass, stop the run. You know, I ain't been hearing about nothing like that. That's the key. You have to be patient. Yeah, man. You got to be patient. All this stuff ain't gonna just happen overnight. I think we could get a fourth or a fifth for Rattler. Mm, I mean, Rattler winning what the fifth round. I don't know if we'll get a fourth or a fifth from him because they're gonna look at this. They're gonna look at the numbers. They're gonna see he lost all them games and they ain't gonna care about them stats. The only stat that's gonna matter is them losses. So I'm not sure if anybody gonna give a fourth round pick for him unless they just that desperate for a quarterback. Um, who you think we going for in the draft? Shit, it don't matter. You know, as long as it's a good playmaker that's known, like I'm not tripping. I don't care if it's Tyson. I don't care if it's Hill. I don't care if it's Love. I don't care if it's Bane. Like we could anything will make me happy as long as it's a well-known playmaker. I can care less about the Falcons. Yes, they swept us, but that don't mean a damn thing. I mean, we want the bragging rights just like how they want the bragging rights. Like we can't say they don't mean nothing. Like if anything, you want to be the team that swept the Falcons. You'd rather sweep the Falcons than the Panthers, and that's crazy. We swept the Panthers, but that's the team going to the playoffs. That's why that division stuff matters. Me personally, I don't. I think the playoff seedings and all that should change. I think it should go by the best team. Like I don't think the Panthers should be in the playoffs. I think a team like the Vikings or the Lions should be in the playoffs. It makes for a better viewing, and on top of that, it just seemed more right. Like how the hell a team that has a winning record not in the playoffs, but a team that has a losing record in the playoffs, all for the sake of traditional division. Like I don't care about all that. You going live for the draft? Man, I never went live for the draft. You know what? I think I might do something like that. I think I might go ahead on and go live for the draft this year. Like that'll be a good idea. That's something I never did. Jeremiah Love or Jordan Tyson. I really don't care. I really don't care. You know, but if I had to take a pick, I'd probably go wide receiver. I'd probably go wide receiver. We want the bragging rights, but you got to realize we had Foot Locker workers at wide receiver. I mean, I think losing that game was still a win in itself. I think winning that game was a win. You know, a lot of people think winning the game will be a loss because we lose in draft position. A lot of people think losing the game is a win because we got good draft position. Me, I think it was a win either way. If we win, cool. We beat the Falcons. We didn't get swept by them. We beat them in their own house. And on top of that, it rolls over to the momentum, and it gives you the chance to say, "Damn, Chuck beat a team without all his star players." So just imagine how things gonna be when we get star players. You see what I'm saying? And it that momentum rolls over to next year, and all the fans are hyped, all the players are hyped. We get to dance in a stadium. Good good vibes. And if we lose, sure, we keep our good draft position. So to me, it was a real win-win situation. Now, I did want to win that game. I did want it to win that game. But, you know, we number 8. I ain't mad at it. The Panthers getting destroyed Saturday. Who the Panthers play? The Panthers gonna play. Do they play the Rams? I'd rather see the Panthers win than the Rams. Fuck the Rams. The Panthers ain't going nowhere, but I don't want to see the Rams get no ring. Fuck all that. Who are your top 3 tight ends in the draft? I don't really keep up with the draft like that, Lester. So you probably gotta ask the chat who the best tight ends are in the draft. But I ain't been hearing nothing about tight ends, in this draft specifically. Like I ain't been hearing no noise from a tight end like a Brock Bowers or a Michael Mayer. I ain't been hearing no noise. All the noise I've been hearing about on the offensive side is wide receivers and the only running back Love, and that's it. Everybody else I ain't really been hearing too much of noise about them. Let me see. He still almost beat him though. Yeah, you're right. He almost beat him. So that's why I could look at that game and take that loss and not be tripping because we almost won. You feel me? Give me a second, y'all. I understand. You gotta understand, but I never really caught hate for them. Yeah. All right, I'm about to go ahead on and put the link up in the chat. All right, so if anybody want to come and join the chat, you're welcome to go ahead on and hit the chat. I put the link down below. You'll be waiting. Just give me a second. I gotta take this phone call real quick. I'll be right back. Let me see. Sorry about that. I had to take that phone call. See, I see they add another tight end in free agency, maybe on like a 2-year deal. Man, I wish we could have a tight end like that tight end from the Trey McBride, I think his name. That tight end from the Cardinals. That boy, nice. My list of team I hate: the Falcons, the Vikings, the Rams, the Bucks, the Cowboys, the Bears, and the Seahawks. Damn. All those look very familiar, Jerry. I wonder why you picked those specific teams. But yeah, man, I don't care for none of them teams either, Jerry. Even though the Seahawks, they doing very well this year. Like I wouldn't mind seeing them do good. You know, I ain't really got that too much of a beef with the Seahawks. But every time I do see Lynch, I do think about that damn play. Even though I like Lynch as a player and as a person, but I do think about that damn play. What up, Slim? Yeah, man, late night stream tonight, man. I'm trying to see who trying to come on the show and come talk some Saints ball. Yeah, bro. So when they do come to the draft, I do think that we're gonna get a wide receiver. No, I actually think we're gonna get Love. I think. See, I think Kellen liked to pass the ball a lot. It's just he was running the ball a lot in Philly because he had Saquon Barkley, you know, and he had that good offensive line. And on top of that, you know, they say Jalen Hurts really can't just throw like that. So I do think that, you know, we're gonna get a wide receiver because he like to pass the ball. And I think Shuck gonna run a wide receiver because you gotta think about it. After Chris Olave, we ain't really got no wide receivers like that. Now I ain't gonna lie, I am very high on Austin Jr. Like I really like Austin Jr. I really like Vele. I really like that kid Bell. He out there made that one hand catch. Like he was really out there trying. Who else we had out there? Um, Pettis. Pettis, he decent. Like he could make you miss. Like I like a guy that could make people miss. But you know, just think about it. We had Tyson, Olave, Vele, and Austin Jr. Austin Jr. your fourth string, boy. That's gonna be some kill right there, boy. Like I want an offense. I want an offense that's scary like the Lions offense. Like I want two good running backs. I want a deep threat wide receiver. I want a receiver that could do it all. I want a tight end that could do it all. Like I want all that. I want a tight end that could catch, block, you know, just a force to be reckoned in the red zone. Like I want all that. You feel me? Because they knocked the Saints out the playoffs. Justin Cash says, I feel like the Saints going to sign a veteran guard in free agency. Hey, I wouldn't mind that. I think the Bills. I think the Bills gonna have they guard might be going to free agency or somebody. One of them teams gonna have a good guard to go on the market. Uh, Number 8 should be a playmaker. Hey, I agree. I think we're gonna be in a good running for a playmaker too. Bro, if we get Jeremiah Love, we're gonna have the second best back in the South. Oh shit. I mean, I can't agree. I mean, I can't disagree with you on that one. Bijan, he a dog. Dowell for the Panthers, he a dog. Chuba Hubbard a dog. Tyler Algier a dog. Uh Irvin a dog. Shepard a dog. White, he aight. Like it's some good running backs in the South. We still gonna have Miller. We still gonna have Neal. I don't know. Miller might get us walking papers, but we still gonna have Neal. We still gonna have Estime. I do think Estime and Neal gonna be on this team next year. Bro, you say Austin Jr. You don't like Austin Jr.? Like he be balling to me. Like I don't know what y'all be seeing, but he be showing a lot of effort. Mind you, he have a lot of chemistry with Shuck because they was running drills a lot together. He sold Tyler. I can't remember the drop that you talking about that he sold on. The drop I remember is the Juwan Johnson drop. That's the drop I remember. Mickey Loomis gonna go crazy in free agency this year. Watch. Hey man, one thing about it though, the good thing though, when you got your head coach and you got your quarterback, players gonna want to come play. You ain't gotta do too much to persuade a player to come. You ain't gotta overcompensate by giving them this big old contract to come. Players are just gonna want to come play for a team that's on the up and up. You know, it's no different than the Panthers. They went got Drake May. They went got uh what's that man name? They went got their head coach, and then now a star like Diggs want to go play for the Patriots. So plus they got another rookie Henderson, like he was doing good. So you want to be an attractive destination for these players to come to. Now that's another thing I want to get to in New Orleans. I think we need to have better strip clubs in New Orleans. I think somebody to go ahead out and reach out to that boy. What his name is? That boy name is in New Orleans that be having all the clubs and shit. God damn it, what that boy name is. The dude who be having all the clubs in New Orleans. Somebody need to reach out to him, and he need to go ahead on and build a strip club that's on the stratosphere of these strip clubs in Houston, that's on a stratosphere of these strip clubs in Atlanta. Blue Magic. I mean not Blue Magic, Magic City, King of Diamonds in Miami. Like we need an attractive place like that. I think that's good for the ecosystem. That's gonna make celebrities want to come. That's gonna make athletes want to come. That's gonna make movie stars want to come. Like we got the food scene on lock. We got that on lock. But as far as clubs and strip clubs, man, even just a regular club, the only good regular club they got out there is the Venue, and that's only open every so often. We need very attractive clubs. We need clubs that people could come in and the star's gonna be out. VIP to get up in here, dress code to get up in here. We need that type of stuff. He was supposed to turn into Michael Thomas. That was his time to be at number one. Talk about Austin Jr. Ain't no anybody gonna just turn into Michael Thomas. That's the thing. Michael Thomas was special. If everybody could have a chance to turn into Michael Thomas, how special would Michael Thomas be? You know. Yeah, man, I like Austin Jr. though. Like, and that's the thing. Like these guys, you gotta just look at them for who they are. Like Austin Jr., I look at him as a third, fourth string wide receiver, and that's cool. Like that's what we need. We already got Olave. He gonna be 1B. We need a 1A. We already got Vele. He's a number 2. To me, at least. Some people might think he's a number 3. But if we get a star wide receiver out the draft, and then opposite side of him be Chris Olave, and then you got Vele coming out the slot, and then you got an Austin Jr. at your 4, that's a good wide receiver room in my eyes. He's not on the team next year though. Hey, if he can't make the team, may the best man win the job. One thing about me, all these depth guys, if they make the team, cool. If they don't, I feel like, well, somebody just beat them out their position, and that's one competition. Is tough, but you got to make the best decision for your team to win. You got to put the best guys in these positions to win. Okay. All right, let me see. Olave, Vele, Jordan Tyson. And see, that's the thing. I don't even know if Jordan Tyson gonna be there, because there might be Tate might be there for us, and Tyson might be gone. It's a lot of guys that can possibly be there at 8, and I don't necessarily know if Jordan Tyson gonna be there. A lot of people are high on Limit. Maybe he probably be there for us. So I ain't really. How you gonna guard that? Yeah, man. I was sure like that too. Somebody said if Alante not back, Down's gonna be the pick. Well, Down's a safety. Alante a slot corner, so I don't really think that got anything to do with anything. But I would like to see Downs, and I would like to see what his name is. Damn, what's the safety name? Not Justin Reed, but the other one, the little rookie. He was doing good. I would like to see Downs and him, take over as the safeties for the future. Like one thing about it when it comes to football, if you got a good safety that could just man the backfield and don't let nothing, just get deep, you good. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Sinker. I would like Sinker, and I would like to have Downs back there, roaming around and just making plays. And see, Alante, to me, he's not a playmaker. Alante is a disruptor. Alante is somebody who just gonna disrupt plays with pass breakups. Every now and then he might cause a fumble. Every now and then he might get a pick, but it's not gonna be in bunches. To me, playmakers make those turnover plays in bunches. But he's more of a disruptor. Uh, you know, Even Olave to me, he's not a playmaker. To me, a playmaker on offense for like a receiver is somebody who will catch the ball and at any point of the field, they could just take off and run for 40 yards or run for a home run hitting touchdown. That's a playmaker. Playmaker. To me, Olave is a route running sound receiver. And that's good. You could win with that. But you also need your playmaker that gonna make coaches be up at night. You need a playmaker on defense that can make a coach be up at night. You know what I'm saying? A playmaker on defense is somebody like even Marshawn Lattimore. Marshawn Lattimore wasn't a playmaker. He was a shut down corner. Alante, a disruptor. A playmaker is somebody who's gonna go back there and get like 9 picks in a season. A playmaker is somebody who's gonna go back there and get like 7 forced fumbles in a season. Like that's a playmaker. Somebody who you could be like, damn man, we need this ball to make a play. We need to get the ball back to make a play for the offense, just like the Saints game against the Falcons. How many of y'all was thinking like I was thinking, like, man, the defense need to get the ball back for the offense? You just saying the defense. You're not saying a player. You know what I'm saying? A playmaker, you're going to say that player. When the Texans used to play, J.J. Watt was a playmaker. He will bat that ball in the air and then just catch it and make a pick. He will strip a fumble, like he would do stuff like that because he made plays. And those are the guys who are going to keep the offensive coordinator can't sleep at night, Just like on offense, Bijan is a playmaker. He's the guy that's going to have the defensive coordinator can't sleep at night because we got to figure out how we going to stop him. And that's why I'm saying we don't have a playmaker on offense or defense. Yeah, we got Alvin, but Alvin ain't the same Alvin like how he was. I still think Alvin can be productive, but he ain't going to do that same type of stuff he was doing in 2018. He's not airhead Alvin. You feel what I'm saying? Devin Neal, he's good. He's shifty. He could bust out something, but he ain't gonna keep defensive coordinators up at night. Who else? Austin Jr., Vele, like these guys aren't playmakers. They could catch the ball, do their little 1-2, but they can't just score at any moment. You know what I'm saying? So that's my little rundown on what I view a playmaker as. I don't think Grando be back. Hey man, if Grando not back, I ain't tripping. He too inconsistent for me. We gotta go edge in a second. I wouldn't mind that. Brian says what's down. What's up, Brian? Happy New Year. Jordan Tyson at playmaker. Lemon 2. Chaser playmaker. I mean, Chase will get a sack. Chase will get you pressure, but when I think of playmaker, I think of somebody who's gonna make fumbles a lot. I think of somebody who's gonna make picks. Now one thing about Chase, he did get that fumble on Cam Ward and returning for a touchdown. That's some playmaker type of shit. But we don't see that often from Chase. That's why when he did it, I was like, oh shit. But see, when somebody do it often, you'd be like, oh, there you go. I knew it was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. Um, can we grab Olave from y'all and we give y'all Mooney and Pitts? Oh shit, we got a Falcons fan in the building. Olave for Moon and Pitts. Oh hell no. For Olave, I would say London, but I'll keep Olave instead of London. But for Olave, I would want Bijan. But shit, if we give y'all Olave and we get Bijan, we ain't gonna have no. So fuck all that. I'd rather just be in a position we in right now. What you think helping to Alvin though? You get old. I mean, you ain't gonna be the same you that you was 10 years ago. I mean, you just got old. And like I say, I still think Alvin could make plays. I still think Alvin could be productive. A lot of people are down on Taysom Hill. I still think Taysom Hill could be productive and make plays. It just you need to get these guys in open space more. So, like they ain't gonna make plays in the trenches. They ain't gonna make plays and make something out of nothing as much as they used to be able to do. But if you get the ball in open space with these guys, they could damn sure make a play, I believe. And not everybody can do that. No matter, it don't matter what you give. Goddamn, let me see. You give Foster Monroe the ball in open field, he's not going to make a play, even if you get him the ball in open field. But if you give Taysom or Alvin Kamara the ball in open field, they can make a play. And they older than Foster Monroe. Vele really catch everything. Oh yeah. Now see, Vele, he remind me of goddamn coasting or somebody. Like, if we could really, get a good 4-5 years out Vele, we can be good. Because I think Vele up in age 2. I think Vele like about a good 26 years old. So if we could get like a good 6-7 years out him, we'll be all right. I will go Reese, but he ain't gonna be there. He only 30 though. Who's 30? Look at Demario Davis though. Everybody ain't gonna be a Demario Davis. And you gotta understand, Demario Davis, he been in the league for years, and he like missed one game due to injury. Like when you only be missing one game, that prolongs your career. Because your career could get derailed and shortened by having multiple injuries. But if you only missing one game and you didn't been in the league for all these years, that prolongs your career. Now, me personally, would I like to see Demario Davis retire? I wouldn't mind it. I just don't want to see all these veterans retire in one offseason, because you need these guys to hold the locker room together. You need these guys to come as the leaders for the young guys to come to for advice or, hold everything together. I look at Demario Davis, Alvin Kamara, Cam Jordan. I look at them as the glue to the team. Like they the guys that keep everything together. They the pillars for the team. If the team is a bridge, they hold everything up and keep everything tight. Davis got the motor of a 25-year-old. Yeah, man. I seen Chase Young talking about how good he is to, have him as his mentor and just watch him, go through all his trainings and stuff at his age and still be out there running with the young guys. And, that's good for a player like him to watch, See, the thing with Clint, he can't make adjustments in the second half. The Seahawks is what? They only lost 3 games this year. Anything somebody got to say about Clint, I ain't really trying to hear all that. Like, that man doing a damn good job with JSN, goddamn Sam Darnold. What's the running back name? I forgot this nigga name. But he doing a damn good job with them, bro. So like I say, man, when we fight Dennis Allen, I wouldn't oppose to letting Clint Kubiak be the head coach because I ain't really see nobody else out there for us. And one thing about one thing about Kellen Moore, look at the Eagles right now. They winning games. You know, they what 11-5. So give them props. They winning games, multiple digit games on a down year was considered a down year. But at the end of the day, you see that offense, even though they got the talent, that offense was moving because of Kellen Moore. You know, if the Falcons get Clint, they're going to figure him out easily. He got playmakers. Look how we got injured. We couldn't do nothing. Hey, but shit, the Seahawks, they pretty healthy and they doing something. And they doing something with Sam Darnold. Like, that's my thing. Like, when you could take a quarterback that a lot of people don't really consider top 10, top 15, maybe even top 20, and you can win multiple games with him, that let me know something. You know, Kenneth Walker is the Seahawks running back. I think don't they got another dude named Charbonneau or something like that one fast dude or something. Yeah, but I do think Kenneth Walker is they start running back. So yeah, you're right, Doctor Rick Sanchez. Welcome to the show. I ain't never seen you up in here. Happy New Year's to you. Yeah, Taysom's gonna retire. Hey man, if Taysom retire, man, much love to him, but we got to get these vets up out of here, bro. Like I say, I don't want to see them all retire in the off season, but if at least two could go per year or one could go per year, that's gonna be good. I do think we could still get a lot of production from Cam. I think we could get some production from Alvin. I think we could get some production from Demario. But as far as Taysom, I think we could get production from him as well. But he more of a gadget guy, you know, that's gonna be on plays here and there versus those other guys I named that's gonna be on damn near every play. And even Alvin, like if we get love, Alvin gonna have to sit his ass down on the bench. Alvin gonna have to play the role that Ingram was playing when Alvin was a rookie. You know, he gonna have to take a back seat if we get love. Like it's a new player in town, and it's gonna be somebody who probably gonna be in that damn playbook, unlike Kendra Miller. You know, um, who you got your picks going to the Super Bowl? I really would have liked to see Lamar go to the Super Bowl, but since the Ravens not gonna be up in there, uh, I mean, I don't see why not the Bills not go to the Super Bowl. You ain't got to worry about Lamar. You ain't got to worry about Joe. You ain't got to worry about Pat. Um, don't sleep on the Steelers. I think the Bills go. I think it'll be the Bills and do I trust Sam Darnold? Do I trust Jalen Hurts this year? Don't trust the Bears. Don't trust the Pan. I think it's gonna be the Bills and the Rams. Yep. I think it's gonna be the Bills and the Rams. Somebody said the Texans. The Texans got a good defense, but I don't know. I think Josh Allen will just prevail. You know, if they see each other, I think Josh Allen will just win that contest. Aren't the Falcons without a first round pick this year? Yeah, I don't think the Falcons got their first round. I think they get their first round of the Rams, if I'm not mistaken. So that's crazy, boy. The Rams will fuck around and beat in the Super Bowl and got a first round pick and got what? A high first round pick. Love gonna be dangerous though, because that dude can really take it to the house on any play. Yeah, I seen some highlights for him. I think Bijan faster though, but I wouldn't mind getting Love. Love remind me of Leonard Fournette. Highlights I seen of him at least. Yeah, he went to the Rams. But yeah, I probably got to see some more highlights of Love. He probably could catch the ball out the backfield better. Um, well, I'm gonna go ahead on and wrap up the stream. It was definitely good rocking out with y'all tonight, man. Late night stream. I wanted to talk some Saints ball with y'all. Maybe it was too late for to see if anybody wanted to come in and come talk about the Saints, as far as clicking the link. But next time there'll be always a next time. Like I say, man, I think the Saints, we working with a good foundation. We got our tackles, we got our defensive coordinator, we got our head coach. Like, we gonna be good, bro. Like, it ain't doom and gloom. It ain't this Dennis Allen, Derek Carr era. It ain't this Dennis Allen, Jameis Winston era. Like, it ain't uncertainty going on around these parts right now. Like, we got a lot of, fanfare going on right now. We got a lot of juice going on right now. We got a lot of things to look forward to right now. Like, we going up in this draft for sure getting a playmaker. We for sure gonna get a lineman, and we're gonna make it do what it do. Like, if we could get a playmaker on offense and a playmaker on defense and hit on both of them, Mickey Loomis might Mickey Loomis might stick around, you know. So at the end of the day, I think if you're a Saints fan, bro, this is some good up and up times that we got right now. I think that we definitely got a lot of good years to come with Shuck. He's gonna be 27 next year, but we seeing what Aaron Rodgers doing out there. We seeing what his name is, Phillip Rivers getting up out there. We seeing what Matthew Stafford out here doing. Like, these guys could play into their mid-30s. So if we could get a good 8, 9, maybe dare I say 10 years out of Shuck, out the 10 years, we get like at least one Super Bowl appearance, maybe 2 NFC championship appearances. I'm fine with that. I just want one more ring in this era before it's all said and done. Like, I want, Chris Olave to get a ring with the Saints. I want whatever person that we about to draft this time to get a ring with the Saints. I want Kelvin Banks to get a ring with the Saints. I wanted, Mark Ingram, Elvin, Cam Jordan, Demario Davis, Michael Thomas. I wanted that little era to get a ring with the Saints, but I don't think that's going to happen. By the time the Saints be competing for a championship, I think Demario, Cam going to be retired. I think Elvin going to be retired. We just going to have to focus on the little nucleus that we got right now with Shug, Olave, Calvin Banks, Sanker, maybe Alante if he get an extension. Chase Young, he got potential a chance. Like, we got to worry about this nucleus right here. We got to worry about the future. So I would like to see us make some appearances. So I'm feeling like the future is bright. But let me see. Jerry says our opponents is the NFC South, the AFC North, the Raiders, the Cardinals, the Giants. I think we could beat the Cardinals because I think they're gonna get a rookie quarterback. I think we can beat the Raiders. The Giants gonna be a pretty good team. Like Jackson Dart. I've been seeing a lot of Twitter beef going on with Saints fans and the Giants fans and who should win Rookie of the Year out of Ted, Henderson, Shuck, and Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart had a pretty good season for what it's worth. Like, that man had 24 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. That's damn good. Damn near 4,000 yards. That's damn good. But if Shuck do win Rookie of the Year because he's strung along all these wins, that's damn good as well. But I think both of them guys definitely deserve to be in that candidate spot. And Tet, man, like Tet over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, only 70 catches. That's damn good. So, and that's another reason why I feel like we need to get a wide receiver. Because they brought that wide receiver and they brought that running back to Bryce Young. And that's another reason why I'm excited for Kellen Moore because Canales, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name right, but the Panthers head coach. He gave me that soft type of head coach too, but the man got that team in the playoffs right now. And it's a lot of help from the running back Dow, and it's a lot of help from Ted McMillan. So, you know, we need playmakers just like that to help out Shuck. And if Bryce Young benefiting from it like that, just imagine how Tyler Shuck gonna benefit from it. Cam Scatterbo is gonna be a problem due to Beast. I don't even think Cam Scatterbo that talented, but the dude got the energy, bro, that could hype up the team. You know, like he remind me of Peyton Hillis from the Browns. I remember Peyton Hillis had that one good year he was on Madden, and then ever since then you never heard of Peyton Hillis again. But yeah, man, he hype up the team. He brings swag to the team. Like he very entertaining. Like people like that. People like football players that can, just have fun with the crowd and the fan felt. So I'm excited to see what the Giants gonna do next year. Plus Jameis Winston on that team. I kind of like Jameis Winston, so I always wish him the best. But other than that, man, I'm gonna go ahead on and let y'all go. It's getting kind of late right now. It's about to be 12. Well, it's already past 12 o'clock. But man, until next time, man, who that? Y'all have a happy new year. Thanks for joining the stream, everybody who interacted in the comment section. Y'all go ahead on and hit the like button if y'all like the stream. Sorry about had to answer that phone earlier. But other than that, man, I appreciate y'all for being with me. Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet. We got some new people in the chat. But other than that, man, who that? And I'm out until next time, man. Y'all be safe.